Hello and welcome to our Edinburgh Watch Company YouTube channel. Are you thinking, what Tudor might I consider buying this summer? Well, stay tuned because I've handpicked 7 fantastic Tudors to share with you today. But before we start, let's do a quick wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing an old favorite from the same parent company as Tudor. This is the Rolex Sea Dweller. Now, those of you who know your Sea Dwellers will realize that this is the discontinued one that was only out from around about 2014 to 2017, and it's the SD4000 with the ceramic bezel, the glide lock bracelet, and I think it's one of the absolute best. The last one I had with these was a few years ago. I sold it to a great customer for £6,000, which I thought was very fair at the time. I've since asked him many a time to buy it back. It's always been a flat no. I got the chance to buy this one. I had to pay significantly more, but you know what? Right now it's going nowhere because I think it is just the perfect Sea Dweller. Anyhow, enough about Rolex. Let's go on to Tudor. So where do we start? Let's kick off with the Black Bay Pro. This watch came out very recently and wow, what an absolutely beautiful, beautiful looking watch. Based on the same sort of case size as the Black Bay 58, so 39mm, I think it's a real looker and compares to, of course, that old Rolex Explorer from many, many years ago with the look of the dial and, of course, the GMT hand. So made in stainless steel with a brushed bezel on the top here, a waterproof watch, highly accurate with a 70-hour power reserve. It is just a fantastic value for money. As they're fairly recent on the market, they're still actually quite hard to get. I think the bracelet ones are probably achieving the most, but this particular one we've got here is on the NATO strap, which I rather like, that look and feel to it. And this particular one, as you can see here on the side here, is actually still covered in all of its protective seals, which is very, very rare these days. But a lovely, lovely looking watch. The dial is absolutely beautiful, lovely color set going across the dial there. Fantastic lume for reading the watch at night time. And I love the color of the GMT hand. I think it works so well here with this NATO strap with the yellow stripe running through the middle. Practically, you can see you've got the date window there. And then here on the side there, you've got that instantly recognizable Tudor rose on the crown there. On the case back, again, sticker still all in place there. And of course, although this is fitted with a NATO just now, you could always go and buy the bracelet if you wanted to, although that's probably not the most economical way to do it. But this lends itself to really any NATO strap you want to buy. In fact, go and check out Bark and Jack. I'm sure Adrian's got a lovely strap, NATO strap there that you might actually like. So that is the Tudor Black Bay Pro, a really, really good looking watch and probably one of the most popular ones in the collection just now. So on my wrist there, again, for those that know, I've got an 8-inch wrist size. Fits very, very nicely there. A really good size. If I just hold it up to camera here as well, you can see it's not overly thick. So I guess traditionally a gentleman's watch, but hey, no reason why a lady couldn't rock this watch too. So that is the new Tudor Black Bay Pro. I think we've got it up on the website now around about $3,995, which is probably about market price for one of these on the pre-owned market. So sticking to that sort of case size, let's go and have a look at one of my old favorites. This is the Tudor Black Bay 58, and wow, I think it's one of the best models they brought out in the range for a long time, and it's absolutely beautiful there. Now, this is a watch you can buy in a store. It used to be very, very hard to get. It used to be quite a premium watch, but this one has had just one owner. I think it was 2019 he bought it. Been very, very carefully looked after. We then took the watch in, sent it away for some TLC, and it's now really looking like a new watch and really quite a decent saving compared to a new one. So why a Black Bay 58? Well, first of all, Tudor. The brand itself, beautifully made, beautifully engineered. This has the in-house chronometer movement, very accurate. It's a watch to be worn for all occasions. You can wear it down to 100 meters. In fact, was it more than that actually? I think it's 200 meters, so no problem for those that want to go diving with it. What I particularly like about this one, however, is the color of the dial. It's a beautiful black dial, then you've got the creamy hands there and the hour markers there with the gold perimeters to that and the gold writing on the dial. It's got a sort of vintage look, but yet with modern technology behind it. The bezel here with an aluminium insert, and then the red triangle at the top just goes back to Tudors of the past and Rolexes of the past. The watch is all made in stainless steel, so a very durable and strong watch for all occasions. Polished on the side there, and then here, like the Black Bay Pro, you can see the Tudor crown there. This actually locks into the side of the case as well. Bracelet on it is brushed, that sort of satinized look to it there. Equal size links all the way down, and then you have these faux rivets. They have a sort of mixed opinion. I actually quite like them, really. It is what it is. Bracelet's very easy to adjust. You can just take the screws out there for taking any links out, but if you want to micro adjust it, you can see there you've got tiny little holes in the side of the clasp there, so you can get it absolutely spot on for you. Looking more closely here at the deployment clasp there, you can see it's solid steel. So this really is a very, very strong watch. Stainless steel case back there, and then of course when this is closed and on the wrist there, you've got that safety clasp that goes over the top. Now, although my wrist size 8 inches is quite a big wrist, I've actually bought one of these when they came out with a blue dial. I'm very excited to get it, wore it for a while, absolutely loved it, and I think it works really, really well. Just beautiful colors there. I'm sure when you see this on video, it'll look great. I'm actually just looking down at a monitor just now, just trying to make sure I'm not getting any reflections there for you. But again, this is not too thick, so it'll fit nicely underneath a shirt cuff. If I just lift it up to camera there, you can see it is a really, really nice watch. I think for under £3,000. I think we've got this one about 2,495, but you know, even if you're going off to buy yourself a new one around about the 3,000 mark, I struggle to think of a much better watch for the money. I think it's an absolute beauty. So that is the Tudor Black Bay 58. If we then look at some of the larger ones, now this watch here, we've actually just sold this one yesterday, and I hope our customer doesn't mind, but I thought it would just be nice to share this one with you before we pop it in the post tomorrow. This is the Black Bay GMT. Great success for Tudor when this watch came out. Again, a similar theme, of course, to that very popular Rolex GMT Master, the Pepsi, with the blue and the red color scheme there on the aluminium bezel. But aside from that, you know, 41mm case size, stainless steel. You have the GMT function. You can see that red hand at the top. You have the date there. Again, waterproof, accurate, 70-hour power reserve. So a lot of these things I'm telling you about are quite common across the range now, as Tudor really look to ensure that they provide a really, really great watch, value for money. And this one's just over the 3,000 part new. Slightly thicker than the Black Bay 58, slightly heavier watch too, but that's what it's designed to do. And again, it has that stainless steel bracelet there, and again with the faux rivets there, and the sort of deployment clasp works in a similar way as it would do to the Black Bay 58. So a really great looking watch, and size wise works very, very well with a good size wrist there. Very, very good seller. Very good seller. This one was actually an unworn piece that we got, but we've sold lots of these through the years. So I think if you feel you're needing a 41mm, maybe you do a bit of traveling, you like that GMT function, or if, like most of us, you're probably just buying it because you like the look of it. You like that sort of Pepsi look to it. You want a waterproof watch. £3,000 maybe the sort of budget you want to spend on a watch. What a lovely watch as a gift this would make, maybe for a 21st gift, something like that. And it will last, your son many, 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 many years. A great introduction to a luxury watch. Those of you may remember, a number of years ago, Tudor and Harrods got together and they made a special watch to celebrate that partnership, and this is nicknamed, the Tudor Harrods, and there's a Harrods engraving on the back of it, and it's actually numbered as well. It's not a limited edition, but I think it's an absolutely lovely watch. course it's very similar to the Rolex Submariner, affectionately known as the Kermit, with the aluminium green bezel and a lovely vintage dial similar to the Black Bay 58 with the black dial, the creamy hands, and then the gold perimeters to the hour markers and the hour hands. It just works really well. The colors are fantastic. In fact, the last one I had, one of these, actually went off to Australia. Our customer found it very, very hard to get a watch out there, and we had the pleasure of sending that one out to him. But aside from that, again, same movement with a chronometer, in-house power reserve, 70 hours, quite a decent thick case in this, so a very, very sturdy watch and very similar to the GMT Master, but of course this one not having that GMT function. But I think it really works very, very well. And just to give you an idea of what it looks on the wrist. Great watch. Just trying to get it away from the reflection there for you. I think it's a really, really good one. Now these watches are selling still at over a premium. I think this one is number, let's have a look here, 7,450. So they have made quite a few of them, but they're still, I don't think, a watch you can walk into Harrods and get. There's still a bit of a wait list on them, but they still very much seem to be a watch in demand. Now, this is the new kid on the block, effectively known as the sort of the Tudor root beer. This is the GMT that came out this year, and what a lovely color set it has. It's a sort of steel and yellow gold color scheme, but it's somewhere almost between a gold and a rose gold, and it just works very well. Beautiful color set. In fact, I remember when this watch came in, I'd also bought the Rolex GMT Master root beer, and I had the two beside each other, and I asked my customer, said, which one do you prefer? And funnily enough, he chose the Tudor. It's just a great looking watch, it really is. This one, particular one, is an unworn one. It's still in all of its protective seals, and you see that nice Tudor crown there. I think the colors just work really well, particularly the color on this bezel with the black and then the brown base to it, and it ties in beautifully with the strap there, again with in fact it's a sort of satinized gold and satinized steel, and then you have the safety clasp. You see it's all still covered in its protective stickers there, but that's a really, really lovely watch, and we've just got this one in fairly recently, so you can see it there. So if you like the sort of bimetal look, I think this one is definitely worth considering. Good watch for the money, really good watch for the money when you consider what you have to pay for, the equivalent Tudor Rolex GMT Master. And then we've just got a couple more to share with you. The one I'm going to show you next probably is my favorite one in the range just now. I've always been a fan of the Tudor Pelagos. I think it's just a lovely watch. Of course, it's like Tudor's dive watch, but of course, being in titanium, it's a very, very light watch to wear as well. The Pelagos, this is the FXD, and this one came out last year, and it's through their relationship with the Marine Nationale, and the first model that came out was the MN21 that's become very collectible. But based on the Tudor Pelagos, except you'll see it doesn't have the date window, it's also slimmer than the regular Pelagos. You can see it's all covered in its stickers here. And the shade of blue on the dial is also slightly different, and it is absolutely beautiful. It really, really is. You can see this particular one here, it comes on the NATO strap. Now, the bars here are solid for this, so it's always designed to take the NATO strap, but when you buy this watch from Tudor, it comes with this blue NATO strap, but also comes with a rubber strap as well, and they're both really nice to wear, and it's sort of one of these watches that you don't even know you're wearing it. It's so light and it's so beautiful. It really is. The color set is lovely. I love its slimness, and you've also got the lume actually on the bezel and on the dial as well, so nighttime reading it is not a problem. But while it comes with its two NATO straps, there's no reason why you can't go and choose another one to wear with it, and just a nice choice to have too. Again, movement wise, again, very accurate, that nice 70-hour power reserve. There's no date to worry about on this one. So I just think it's a really good all-rounder. And these have certainly, we've found, sold really quite well. So that is the Tudor FXD. This in fact is a 2022 model, and it's just priced slightly over list. So we bring this one last, and this is the Tudor Fast Rider, and it is a really lovely watch. It's called the Black Shield, and unlike the others which we've shown you, which are stainless steel and titanium, this one is absolutely ceramic. And even just looking down at the monitor here, I can just see these colors pop. It's absolutely knockout, it really is. And this one we got from a customer. It's never been worn. I'm not even sure whether they still make this watch now, but if you look at the side there, those of you who are into your bikes, look here. What does that shape tell you? It's Ducati. So this is what they call the Ducati one. And it really is an absolute lovely looking watch. That red and black, so commonly seen across the Ducati range, and super light to wear. It is a really lovely watch. You can see it's got the chronograph function there, nice buttons to stop and reset, and just down there between the 4 and the 5 you've got the date window as well. So you may be thinking about treating yourself. You may have a loved one that loves their motorbikes and Ducatis. In fact, I remember many years ago I had a Ducati 888. It was an absolutely beautiful bike. The colors, the sound, the way it felt to ride, it was an absolutely knockout bike. And yeah, I can see why this one would be so appealing. Nice black calf leather strap there, you can see with the red stitching and the deployment clasp there as well, so it's not going to wear too much, not overly thick on the wrist. Nice big presence on the wrist. I reckon it must be around about 42 mils, something like that, but it doesn't feel very heavy. It's a really lovely watch on the wrist. You can see here with its deployment clasp there, Tudor Geneva engraved on it. So that is, I think, a lovely watch to end with, and hopefully that just gives you a little bit of a feel on some of the Tudors we have if you're perhaps thinking about choosing one for yourself. We last did a video back in Christmas time, so I thought, well, it's been a while, let's go and talk about some Tudors again. I really think they're fantastic watches. I think they're great value for money, and there's such a broad range to actually choose from, whether you're a lady or a gentleman, and residual values seem to be reasonably strong on them as well. So there we are. That brings you towards the end of today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Let us know your comments. What are your thoughts? If you like the video, then please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. These photographs, these videos, while they're talking in detail about them, we've also been photographing them as well and putting them up on Instagram as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy that and see some of these images. But anyhow, lots more videos to come along. Remember, every Friday now. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Bye-bye.